So I absolutely love plants, but I can't ever seem to keep them alive. Luckily, I'm a huge nerd, so using about $10 of parts, I'm going to wire up and build my very own smart home connected automatic plant watering machine. First thing I'm going to do is solder this tiny little pump to this Wi-Fi connected board. After we get this all soldered up, I'm going to write a little bit of code to get this thing connected directly to my smart home. Just like that, I have a pump that's connected to Wi-Fi that I can control with my smart home. Next, I'm going to seal off the end of this tube with some red hot pliers. I'm then going to use this Dremel to drill a bunch of tiny holes into it. I could then place this ring in any plant and use this shower head-like effect to make sure it gets watered evenly. A kind of rough idea here with the eventual plan of this thing being buried in the dirt. Next to the same board I have the pump hooked up to, I'm going to wire this soil probe, which I can program to output the moisture levels of the soil. Then more code to get the moisture soil percentage into my smart home. Set up, we have a moisture sensor connected to our smart home so we can tell when the soil is dry and needs to be watered. You'll see here it's at 19%, and when I place this thing in a cup of water, you'll see the moisture go all the way up to 91%. Pretty cool. So before I show you the final product here that turned out awesome, let me explain to you why I set it up all through my smart home opposed to just making it a standalone device that waters the soil when it gets dry. So because this thing is fully integrated with my smart home, I'm gonna be able to really easily control all the variables to do with the watering, whether that's at what soil dryness the water kicks in, or for how long the water actually turns on once that threshold is reached. I don't know much about plants, but I know every single plant has a different need for this. And because I'm gonna be hooking this up to multiple plants, having this control to dial it in is gonna be key. It's also gonna be really nice to have one centralized place where I can check in on all the plants and their soil moisture, as well as being able to manually water the plants from anywhere in the world. So here we got the final product, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is a very janky test setup, but it proves the point and proves it works well. Here we have the water reservoir that I only have to refill about once a month. We've got the pump in there. The pump and wire goes up here to the soil sensor, and then we have the tube that feeds the water here on the plant. Electronics are very jankily hanging on the side, but I have my iPad here, and I can actually trigger the plant to be automatically watered whenever I like. So I'm super happy with how this thing turned out. I can't wait to buy more plants and hook it up to them and fine tune all the settings so I can finally own plants and get rid of all these fake ones that are sitting around my apartment. So that was a super high-level overview of the project. If you have any specific questions, want a more in-depth tutorial, or want me to refine it a little bit more, maybe adding one of these solar panels and hiding all the cables and tubes a little bit better, let me know. If this is your first time seeing my channel, I make a whole bunch of cool smart home and tech videos like this one. Toss me a follow there. It helps me a lot if you want to see more of those. And thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. Mwah. Here are 3 different ways that I control and automate my 500 square foot smart home. So I've shown you guys a lot of devices in my smart home, so now I'm going to show you how I control them every day. So the first way I interact with my smart home is through the app. This is called Apple HomeKit, and it's where I have all of my smart home devices connected to. I'm going to show you here on the iPad, but it's the exact same on the iPhone. All right, so this is the main summary page of my whole condo. Up at the top here, you'll see some high-level statuses. I could check in on temperature and humidity in certain rooms. I also get some notifications of whether or not doors are open or rooms are occupied. I can then also see what doors are locked and how many lights are on, blinds are open, etc. Down here, we have scenes. These are things I set up where I could tap one button. It'll control multiple devices at once. And then down here, I have some of my favorite accessories in my house. These are the stuff I interact with very frequently. Lets me open up the app and tap them without going into each separate room. If I want to check in on a specific room, I just go up at the top here, go to the bedroom or any other rooms, and I can then see all the statuses and the devices for this specific room. Things like doors open, lights on, or even the bed occupancy sensor here that I built in my other video. From the app here, I control any device I want simply by tapping it, whether that's turning lights on and off, fans on and off, or if I want more granular control, like controlling colors and brightness, I can press and hold and adjust it really easily. Another really great feature of Apple HomeKit, because it's built into the operating system, you actually have access to all your favorite devices right here in the drop-down menu. On top of the iPhone and iPad, there's also a really great Apple Watch app that gives you the same control over all of your devices. And also a Mac app. This pretty much gives me control of my smart home no matter what device I'm on. The second way I control my smart home is through my voice, and I do that through these Apple HomePods I have throughout my house. These are speakers and microphones that allow me to talk to my smart home, say things like, "Hey Siri, turn off the desk lamp." And if I'm not at the house, I can talk to Siri using my watch, phone, or AirPods. Third way I interact with my smart home, by far everybody's favorite and the one I use the most, that is automations, like this bathroom light automation that automatically turns the lights when I walk in the room based on this little motion sensor I have. Or like this one on my closet door that uses this open-close sensor to turn on an LED strip in my closet. Or this automation that automatically locks the front door when it detects my phone leaving the house. All these automations are set up in the same home app. They have their very own tab here. You'll see here all the automations I have in my home. Setting them up is really easy. All you do is you select add automation and it walks you through a really simple process to set them up with any device you want. So that's how I control my tiny little smart home. Pretty simple, and part of the reason it is so simple because I do have everything centralized under Apple HomeKit. Super important to do if you're looking to get a smart home. If you did like that video, I make lots of really cool smart home stuff on my channel. Check that out, toss me a follow, and thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you.